Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to Maths Grade 4, and we're still busy with common fractions. But today we're going to talk about how to compare and order common fractions. Now, in the previous lesson, we compared the fractions with each other, but now we have to order them. We have to put them in a certain order, whatever they're asking you. So, how to compare fractions, and after this lesson, you have to order a fraction in ascending or descending order. Now, I wonder who can remember from term 1, we discussed ascending and descending order. And I said to you, when we work with descending order, think of deep. When somebody's sitting on a boat and they dive into the water and the other person's looking at you and you go deeper and deeper and deeper. Descending. You will be big and you will get smaller and smaller and smaller. So when we put numbers in a descending order, now we're going to work with common fractions. It will be from the largest, the biggest, or the greatest number to the smallest number. And then we spoke about ascending order. And I wrote this word for you in yellow, so you will remember the sunrise. When the sun comes up in the morning on the horizon, it's small and it will get bigger and bigger and bigger. So ascending order is when I put the fractions in an order from smallest to biggest, and ascending is from greatest to smallest. Just a quick recap. I said in the previous lessons to you, the denominator, the bigger the denominator, the smaller my value. And it's very important for you boys and girls to remember this, because when I have to order the fractions, you need to know that if I've got a large denominator, my pieces are smaller, the parts are smaller. So let's quickly look here. Here I divided a circle. Let's use a cake in 4 parts. I divide it into quarters. Can you see 1 part of a quarter? Here I divided the circle in 5s, in fifths. And here is one of the pieces. And in the third circle, I divided into 6. Now, you will see when you look at 1 part that the quarters part is bigger than the fifth, and the fifth is bigger than the sixth. So it's very important to remember that when I divide something into more pieces or more parts, the parts will be smaller. Here you can see it and test it on a ruler. The ruler is divided into 12 parts. If I tell you, okay, boys and girls, today we're going to use 5 centimeters. So it's 5 parts of this 12 centimeter. So I'm going from 0 to 5. So this will be 5 12s that I'm using. And then tomorrow we are going to use 9 12s. And there's 9 12s. So here I've got 5 12s and here I've got 9 12s. The denominator is the same, but the more pieces I have of the 12, the more I have. And here you can see on the ruler the difference between 5 12s and 9 12s. Now it's important for you to know, if my numerator is the same as my denominator, I have a full part, I have a whole. Let's go back to the circles. If I divided a cake into 4 quarters, but I didn't take any piece, I still have 4 quarters, which means I still have 1 whole cake. Here I showed you a cake that's divided in 4 quarters. So this will be equal to 4 quarters. All the pieces of the cake is still there, so I still have 1 whole cake. Here I've got a pizza divided into 8 pieces, and none of the parts or the pieces been eaten. So I still have 8 eighths of the pizza, which means I still have 1 whole pizza left. Here at the top, I gave you 3/3 and 12 12s, and that will also be equal to 1. If I didn't take anything, I didn't color a part, or I didn't eat a part, I still have 1 whole. Now, to write in ascending or descending order, make sure about your denominator. It's much easier to put your common fractions in ascending or descending order if the denominator is the same. Now, in our previous lessons, we did it. If the denominator differs, what do you do? Now, in the next lesson, I will show you what to do. Remember to look at the numerator The numerator tells you your story. It's like the ruler we used earlier, 5 12s and 9 12s. 9 is telling me or telling you I've got more parts of the 12s, so that will be more than 5 12s. Now, if the denominator differs, what do you do? Remember what you did at equivalent fractions. I got the denominator the same. And how did I do that? I had to look at a common multiple. Here you can see I've got 3/8 and 1/4. I know that 4 I can multiply with a number to get 8. So 4 times 2 equals 8. So 1 times 2 I will do at the top. Remember what I do at the bottom, I do at the top. So this will be 2/8. So 2/8 is equal to 1/4. And now I can say what is the greatest or what is the smallest fraction. It's very important to make sure that your denominators are the same. In grade 4, they like to use the diagram of the fraction wall to help the grade 4s. Remember, you're coming from grade 3 now. It's your first time grade 4 we're working with common fractions. When they tell you, write the following fractions in descending order. Now, descending means going down. So it's from the biggest to the smallest. And make notes for yourself, boys and girls. Don't sit there and think, oh yeah, it's biggest to smallest. And then when you start to write your answers, you might swap them around. Always make notes where they ask you the questions. Now I can use a fraction wall, which is going to make it very easy for me. 2 6. Now I'm going to go and look for 2 6. 1 2. So this is 2 6. 3/4. 1 2 3/4. So that is my 3/4. 4 7s. 2 3 4. 4 7s is where it ends. 1/5. There we go. And 3/3. Now we know that is equal to what? 1/2. So all the other parts are already divided up and they're not in a whole. So immediately I know 3/3 will be my greatest fraction. Now they ask from the biggest to the smallest. So this is the big side and this is the smallest side. So it's going from right to left. So 3/3 will be my biggest fraction. Now I'm looking for the next one. 3/4. And remember to mark everything for yourself. I used that fraction. I used this fraction. Now, which is my next one? 4 7s. I've got 4 7s. And the next one, 2 6. And then the smallest fraction will be 1/5. And why I'm telling you to mark this down, sometimes you write the numbers in descending and ascending order, and then you forget one of the numbers, and then your whole answer will be incorrect. Now, if you've got the diagram for common fractions, you do not need to work out the same denominator for each other because you can work from a diagram. Now, let's look at this one. Write the following fractions in ascending order. And immediately I see, oh my goodness, all the denominators are different. And to get 6 to 4 and 4 to 6 or 5 to 6, this is going to be very difficult. Remember, numerator tells you a story. And what story is this numerator telling you? I have only one part of each of these fractions. So now the denominator is going to tell me. Now ascending, I know it goes from smallest to biggest. Small sunrise and it gets bigger and bigger. So ascending is from small to big or greater. And now I can go and I can see the denominator, the more pieces it's divided into, the smaller my value. So now I'm going to go, because all the numerators are 1, it's going to be easy. So ascending is from smallest to greatest. So a 6 will be smaller than a 5th. And then I will have a quarter. After a quarter, a third. And then half will be the greatest one, the biggest one. And that's how you do it. Now at the next one, they say, write the following fractions in descending order. So it's from biggest to smallest. and I can see all my denominators are the same except for one. And I can get 2 to 8 by times with, if I times with 4. So this will be 4 eighths. And now I can start descending from the greatest to the smallest. And now I'm going to look at the numerators. The numerator is going to tell me of which denominator I have the most. So 8 eighths, I know will be my largest. Now 7 eighths, because it's got one part less. Then 5 eighths, be careful not to forget that one on this side. And then I've got 4 eighths, and then 3 eighths, and the last one will be 1 eighth. I actually almost got confused and I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot about the half. You can always with the pencil just cross it out so you will remember, oh, I made it with the same denominator as the rest of the fractions, so I don't have to use the 8, the half. The half is the 4 eighths that I'm going to use. So boys and girls, that's it. Common fractions, everything linked with each other. Make sure you know your timetables. Make sure you look at the denominator. And remember, the numerator tells you a story. Look at the numerator. Have fun, boys and girls, and goodbye.